Hello fellow Arcasians, my name's Grenton, and I'm working alongside Amazon Games to show you the newest class coming to Lost Ark, the Reaper. Hailing from the dark and mysterious region of Phaeton, the Reaper dismantles their foes through the use of a unique stealth mechanic, unparalleled speed, and well-planned finishing moves. Being the third assassin subclass, the Reaper has an answer to every situation they will face on the battlefield. They have dagger skills that utilize their dagger to wound enemies, as well as apply some helpful effects for your party members. Their shadow skills are their signature mobility skills. They utilize the shadow clone to confuse and control enemies. Finally, as one of the most elite assassins in Phaeton, the Reaper is equipped with deadly swoop skills that are meant to quickly and elegantly eliminate their foes. The Reaper's identity is known as Persona. Its purpose is to allow the Reaper to vanish from sight and deploy her shadow clone to give her the opportunity to set up a perfect attack. Depending which path you choose for your Reaper, you either focus on weaving through the shadows or entering a chaos state. The first path you can walk as a Reaper is known as Lunar Voice. If you are somebody who likes a methodical and challenging playstyle, then this is a great option for you. Lunar Voice utilizes dagger and shadow skills to fill their persona meter. Once full, you can activate it to enter stealth and unleash your powerful swoop skills for big damage. The core gameplay of Lunar Voice is to build enough persona meter to enter stealth and execute a punishing swoop skill for up to 160% extra damage. A typical Lunar Voice Reaper will use 3 swoop skills. These skills are rotated through by building persona with your dagger and shadow skills to enter stealth before using each one. The Reaper is a back attack focused class. This allows Reapers to utilize the Earth's Entropy Relic Set to its full potential, increasing your crit rate and back attack damage simultaneously. Ambush Master will be one of your core engravings when you are building your Reaper. Alongside Ambush Master, some commonly used engravings for Lunar Voice are Grudge, Keen Blunt Weapon, and Cursed-All. Lunar Voice Reapers rely heavily on specialization. This builds their persona meter faster, as well as increases the devastating potential of their swoop skills. A standard combat stat setup would be a full specialization build with crit on your necklace. As with most specialization-based classes, wealth runes are very important to utilize for increasing the amount of persona meter your skills generate. Lunar Voice Reapers only need 3 damage gems in their setup, and then cooldown gems for all 8 of your abilities. When it comes to the agile and flashy gameplay of the Lunar Voice Reaper, you are equipped with some of the most advanced and flexible movement abilities in the game. You have multiple ways to pass through enemies, as well as position yourself behind your foe before unleashing your damage. This can be both a blessing and a curse. I myself have more often than I care to admit flipped or dashed myself to an early demise. One of the important things to understand about Lunar Voice is that activating your persona causes your character to perform a backflip. You can control the direction your character moves with your mouse cursor. Your Reaper will flip in the opposite direction of where your cursor is on the screen. A good way to stick to the boss is to flick your cursor behind you before activating your persona, so you can use the boss as a wall to keep you in position for your swoop skills. If you are looking for an even faster and more agile version of the Reaper, then Hunger is the path you'll follow. Similarly to Lunar Voice, you will use your dagger and shadow skills to build persona meter. However, you will not be using your persona meter to enter stealth. Instead, you'll be filling the second part of your meter, which is called your chaos meter, allowing you to enter the chaos state. While you are in your chaos state, the Reaper's reflexes are heightened, providing you with a 15% crit buff, 10% movement speed and attack speed buff, and finally up to 25% extra attack power. Now, this buff doesn't last forever. There is a 9-second duration on your chaos state that could be easily refreshed by either striking an enemy with your dagger skills or simply using a shadow skill. Hunger Reapers are one of the fastest classes in Lost Ark. The chaos state, coupled with the already low cooldowns of your abilities, make it a class that requires a high amount of actions to be executed to unlock its full potential. Hunger will also utilize the Earth's Entropy Relic Set and the Ambush Master engraving. This allows you to capitalize on the back attack modifiers of your 4 main damaging abilities. Other popular engravings for Hunger Reapers are Grudge, Raid Captain, and Adrenaline. With Raid Captain in your core engraving setup, swiftness is just as important as specialization for this playstyle. The standard combat stat split for Hunger Reapers would be 50% swiftness and 50% specialization. There are other viable ways to build your Hunger Reaper if you want a faster playstyle with a trade-off of less damage. The two main variations to the standard build are a 70-30 swiftness specialization build or a full swiftness build with specialization only on the necklace. Hunger Reapers utilize a minimum of 4 damage gems, with the remaining 7 being cooldown gems. Contrary to Lunar Voice Reapers, the name of the game with Hunger is uptime, uptime, uptime. It'll be your mission to stick to the boss as much as possible, utilizing the speed and mobility baked into your setup. This will make it extremely easy for you to unleash your 4 swoop skills to consistently output heavy back attack damage during the fight. Whether or not you choose to eliminate your enemies from the shadows as Lunar Voice, or utilize terrifying speed to constantly punish your foes as a Hunger Reaper, there's one very important thing to keep in mind. Being one of the most agile and nimble classes in Lost Ark comes with a price of low defenses, making the Reaper a target that can't take too many hits before going down. There are a handful of abilities that are rather unique at your disposal. The most notable one is called Nightmare, which is a 2-part ability. The first activation will allow you to throw your dagger at an enemy, after which you have a limited duration to activate Nightmare once more, teleporting your Reaper to the opposite side of the enemy and retrieving your dagger. This ability is your main counter. The initial dagger hit can counter an enemy from the front. However, if you are behind your target, you can use the second activation of Nightmare to teleport to the front of the boss and perform a counter, giving Reapers one of the strongest counters in Lost Ark. 2 other notable abilities are Shadow Vortex and Shadow Trap. These 2 abilities are integral to creating a fluid experience for your Reaper. Both of these skills have tripods that allow you to lower the cooldowns of other abilities in your build. Shadow Vortex, which already has the lowest cooldown out of all your abilities, allows you to reduce the remaining cooldown of your swoop skills each time you use it. Shadow Trap works very similarly to Shadow Vortex, however, its tripod lowers the cooldown of your shadow skills instead. There are endless possibilities to tweak and personalize your builds with this class. It is one of the main things that brings such high versatility to the very flashy and rewarding playstyle of the Reaper. I am extremely eager to play alongside this wonderful community, and I am particularly excited to see all the new Reapers adventuring in Arcasia. My name is Grenton, and thank you once again to Amazon Games for giving me the opportunity to showcase my absolute favorite class to you all. Goodbye for now.